What's the word, ladies and gentlemen? This is Andrew, and today I want to talk about something a little different besides the usual gameplay, commentary, review, the usual. Today I kind of want to do something new. So, we will be talking about sort of my opinions on the most controversial topics in Dirty Bomb. Now again, these are my opinions, obviously, since they are controversial, chances are you probably will disagree with me, so let me know down in the comments on what you think. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So I guess the biggest thing would be the events and how they're conducted as far as the special event cards. Currently, the Containment War as well as the What the Dickens event, they both have regular equipment cases with a 0.3% chance of dropping a guaranteed special loadout. Now, a lot of people are saying this is way too low of a chance, and on one hand, I want to agree with you because, yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy low, I'm trying to think, how many times did I ever get a cobalt from an equipment case? Once? Maybe 2 golds from an equipment case? And that's from like hundreds and hundreds of hours of playing, not just from a short 3 weeks. So, yes, 0.3% is pretty low. However, at the same time, I realize that Splash Damage is trying to create value in these loadout cards by making them hard to get. Now, of course, you can purchase a 10-pack of the Elite cases to get 1 guaranteed case. I get that. So, it's kind of that strange duality there, right? Because on one hand, you have people really wanting it to be accessible for everyone, but on the other hand, it should be kind of rare and special. In my opinion, I kind of agree with Splash Damage. I'm not saying that 0.3% is a reasonable rate. However, if you look at all the other past giveaways where they just handed out free rare stuff, quote-unquote rare stuff, exclusive, not really exclusive stuff, like the Phoenix Obsidian card or the Alienware card or Logitech cards, everyone gets those, right? Everyone could get those. It's not that special anymore, right? The value of those cards is like nothing. No one even really wants to see them. In fact, a lot of people don't even really like seeing them on their loadout page. So I can kind of see why Splash Damage is kind of edging away from making these event cards super common. Now, during the Containment War, they had a weekend where you could randomly get a guaranteed 100% event case, and basically that means the case will roll some sort of event card guarantee. There's no 0.3% chance of getting that card, no leads, just the event card. Now, a lot of people had problems with that because they dumped in, hours and hours into the game over the weekend to get nothing. Now, personally, I grinded through the 3 days or however long it was, and I couldn't get one until the very last 15-ish minutes of the event. I swear to you guys, it was like the last 15 or 30 minutes, like the last 2 matches I had left, and I finally got one of those cases. Now, I that's some crazy luck. I could have not gotten one of those event cases. So since then, Splash Damage has learned to kind of extend that period. So now I believe we have a week. Don't quote me on this. I think it's a week for the Christmas ones. So we'll probably see a lot more people getting those cases dropped. So I think that's nice. Plus, on the other hand, they also have introduced trinkets, which is sort of a guaranteed way to have some sort of cosmetic from this event. I believe coal is 3 hours, then you have the lantern, which is 18, and then you have the snowman, which is 60. So you have that. You have the time. You can put in a lot of time grinding out for these event cards to drop, or you can probably buy them from the 10-pack of Elite cases, or you could just stick with trinkets, which you will be kind of grinding for anyways. So I think all in all, Splash Damage has taken appropriate steps to make these event cosmetics pretty accessible to the free-to-play player, yet still retaining that sort of rarity that comes with these sort of exclusive items. Next up, I guess we should talk about Thunder, or at least the very first version of Thunder. When he first came out, brand new and shiny, a lot of people were complaining about him. Very controversial topic. You have some people saying he was underpowered, you have some people saying his conch grenades were overpowered. I'm just going to tell you right now, guys, I thought he was a little underpowered. I definitely don't think the conch grenades were overpowered at all. I'm starting to wonder if the annoyance was coming more from the flashing effect, right? From the white flashing effect and that feeling of not being able to do anything. However, in my opinion, it's like frag grenades can kill you instantly. They just pop you instantly. They could insta-jib you. It's just, you know, an instant death. However, with Thunder, you know, you have to throw in your conk grenade and you kind of have to follow up with your gun, hoping that the enemy is blind. So there's a lot of variables that go into getting kills with Thunder with the conk grenade that aren't nearly as present as with Fragger's grenades. So, I mean, there's that. But then again, of course, splash damage goes ahead and nerfs Thunder to the ground. And then they buffed him a little bit. I think his concussion grenades are okay right now. They still can't be cooked, but they're okay. I think the blinding effect could use some love. I feel like it's a little weak right now. As well as the concussion effect, you know, the movement slowdown, there is no mouse slowdown. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a concussion effect anymore. When I get concussed by a Thunder, it doesn't feel very scary. You know, I just hop around, look at the minimap, you know, it's not that bad. Heck, you can even still see health bars while being flashed. So I think Thunder has a lot of work to do to get done before he can be as killer or as viable as Fragger. Now, what's disturbing to me is that I believe Fairlith did a vote, a sort of like a poll vote thing for, I believe, the Reddit and the forum community. I'm not calling anyone out, but I was looking through it and a lot of people, you know, were conflicted on whether or not Thunder was overpowered. This is back when Thunder was first introduced. And, you know, I think it was like 60% said that his grenades, his conk grenades needed to be changed or reworked. And then I scrolled down, it was like 80% of the people don't have Thunder. And I'm here sitting here thinking like, alright, so if 80% of the people don't have Thunder, they've never played him, how could they possibly vote, you know, have an informed decision on their vote? Because I've played as Thunder and I've played against Thunder multiple times, and I don't know, I guess I felt like my opinion was at least somewhat based on experience. So I guess I kind of wished that people had a more well-rounded opinion, you know, of both sides, of both playing as Thunder and against Thunder before making their decisions. But hey, that's just the reality of it, and Thunder got nerfed and then buffed by a little bit. I'd say a little bit. So we'll have to see what they end up doing with Thunder, but right now it's just kind of a meh. He's fun though. He's still my favorite merc to play. Just tons and tons of fun. I guess the next thing I could talk about would be the random number generator, or RNG in Dirty Bomb. Essentially, it's just a computational way for the game to simulate randomness, and this comes up with sort of drop rates, or more notably with the loadout system, with the card rarity system. See, my opinion on RNG is it's sort of a love-hate relationship. Now keep in mind, I'm coming from a point of view where I have a job, I can spend some money on this game, I enjoy supporting the developers, you know, but at the same time, it does feel frustrating where, you know, when you dump, you know, $34 into 10 cases and you don't even get 1 gold, it's a little bit disheartening. So, in my opinion, it's sort of a love-hate. With cases, I kind of wish they had at least one, you get at least 1 gold per 10 cases. You know, that would be something nice. So, something like a guaranteed gold case, or guaranteed gold or cobalt case, you know, where you have a 90% chance of gold and 10% with cobalt. That would be kind of nice. But as far as the RNG related with like trade-ups or trade-ins, where you're kind of dealing with the different random loadouts, again, love, hate, you know, sometimes it really does depend on the merc. You know, with Sparks, there really is only one good, great loadout, and not even because like the other loadouts are bad, it's just that the 383 is so freaking good. But at the same time though, RNG has really made me discover some other loadouts that I would have ignored previously, such as the Stark AR on Thunder or Stoker. I mean, that thing is amazing. I would not have even bothered to give that thing a try if it wasn't for RNG giving me a quote-unquote crappy loadout, which isn't even that crappy, or wasn't even that crappy. So, sort of a mixed bag. It kind of creates this value, or this perceived value, on certain loadouts. So, you know, if you get a C94 on Phantom, you kind of freak out, right? But at the same time, it allows you to explore other loadouts if you happen to trade up for something and then you didn't get the one you want. So, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. I kind of appreciate the value aspect, you know, that it adds to it. But at the same time, I don't like how you could spend $34 and only get silvers. I mean, that's a little rough. I would appreciate if Splash Damage did something like how they're doing with the event cases, where you get one bonus one where it's like, you know, guaranteed special card. I mean, obviously you would apply it to a non-event type thing so you can get guaranteed gold or cobalt card. That would be pretty nice. As far as the loadouts go and trading in and trading up, I think how they could fix that would be to continue buffing the shittier cards, you know, like with Phantom, maybe make some of the cards a bit more viable. That's sort of like a long scale, large scale plan. I mean, balancing cards, balancing those perks is pretty tough. I mean, how can you ever fix Pineapple Juggler? I don't even know, but that's just sort of my suggestion as far as that. I feel like RNG would be a lot better once that gets handled. Also, I think RNG wouldn't be as bad once Steam Trading comes in. I feel like Steam Trading would really help with that as well, you know. I would be fine trading away, you know, really nice cobalts for a bunch of really shitty cobalts for more traded material. You know, I think that would be a really good solution. Anyways, guys, I think that's about it for this video. I went through kind of 3 controversial points. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys wanted me to do more of these, put them down in the comments. I can't really come up with more off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure more will come up right after I finish recording this. As it always happens, you know, you have that great idea once you kind of stop recording. But yeah, maybe I'll make this into a series if you guys are really interested about my sort of controversial opinion on controversial topics regarding Dirty Bomb. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.